So, I've been waiting for this day all year. According to timeanddate.com, this is the day when night stops. It's gonna be so hard to sleep. No, it's not. Not for him. But I'm starting to wake up at like 6:30. No matter what time we go to bed, about 6:30 in the morning is when I wake up. I can't imagine what's gonna, like, they said this yesterday, what happens when there's no. So, I don't know, can you guys see it? There's a bucket right there, and the pigeons are canoodling in there. Of course, Aaron and I have much more of a fun name for it, and it starts with an F, and yeah, it's a bucket.
The F-it bucket.
Yeah, it's that one. But you also have to remember, this isn't like sunlight is not going away. It's just that there's a point where the sun isn't dipping below enough the horizon to qualify, and I'll put up a graph right there. That's mainly so you guys can just see what I mean by this little tiny bubble that's not there. Like I said, it doesn't really affect us because it's also happening at like 1 o'clock in the morning, but it's still something cool that didn't happen back in Portland. The sounds of this city in the morning. Tink, 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 chirp, chirp. Yeah, we got, well, that was Tuesday, so we had 100 the night before. We just had generalized YouTube last night, but we still had to watch the office barista video again. There's a link right there, guys. I had to share it to my Facebook because I figured Aaron's mom would be absolutely tickled over it. Don't drink that. I think you are going to literally die. Because there are multiple times I would have gone because I can do the timing thing, but you don't take that chance. Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be warmer today. It feels like it's not going to be that much warmer, but then I have to remember that inside I still interpret Fahrenheit. So I'm like, oh, only 2 degrees warmer today? That's like 4.5, almost 5 degrees difference. Oh, because going from like a high of 15 to a high of 17 doesn't seem like that much, but then when you realize you're going from like low 60s to the mid 60s. Yeah. But still, mosquitoes. Because water's everywhere.
Apparently still water is everywhere.
Yeah, finally something we can blame on slouches. So funny, I was telling Sophion, he's like, oh, thank God the ball didn't go into the, what's the English word for that? I was like, ditch? He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. You didn't have ditches in Nebraska? He's like, we did, but they just weren't full of water. I was like, dude, you were born and raised here. The water has to go somewhere or it will be everywhere. He's like, oh, that's true. I'm out of the gym now. So weird, it's like not even 4 o'clock yet. Video hasn't even gone live. Short video for my typical, but anyways. Yeah, so I swung by Albert Heijn, got my beers, picked up some more magnesium because I'm running low on that, and then got my green tea, ginger, I was getting back into the swing of things. I've just been typically going to the gym doing literal strength with the legs, like the leg press and the quads and then the hamstrings, but seated. Still have an issue of doing like Superman with the hamstrings and like pressing my chest against the little board thing. But, you know, anyways, feels good though. I was sweating up a storm in the gym because I did 2 sets of 10 box jumps. But I did box jumps, then I did step ups, rapid fire. So I did 10 on each leg, 2 sets, and then I did box jumps again. Then I went and did 15 minutes, 200 calories on the elliptical after that. So I had to cross a giant intersection. There were a lot of confusing lights. Apparently the kids are off school exactly like right now, and they're going crazy trying to cross the street whenever they feel damn well they can. So, yeah. So and then I did like yoga stretching after that. I can definitely tell where I'm still tight in my shoulder. I was able to swap and flow in between child's pose and whatever the one is. It's like the reverse of it, where your chin's up in the air and your crotch is basically pushed forward into the ground. Not exactly sure what yoga pose that is. I want to call it maybe scorpion, but then I always think of like someone doing a flip and then having their chin hit something and their feet coming around and hitting them in the back of the head. That's to me, that's scorpioning. So extra work in the gym today. Like, I was in there for an hour and a half doing things. Oh, I forgot. Also, something I did was foot balancing. Pretty much good for defense players because you need to be able to, I mean, it works for offensive players also, but it's like cutting. When you're doing on a cut, you need to be able to plant and turn, but stay balanced on one foot. That's really, it's a minor thing, but it's something to work on. And I did it on both sides of the Bosu ball. So I went on the flat side with the rounded on the bottom, put my foot in the center, and then tried to balance on that. Got that stabilized pretty quickly. It's not hard to balance on a Bosu ball, at least that side. And then I went down into like a crouch stance, not with my arms out, not with my legs sticking way out, and I'm not like, you know, Supermaning T-posing. I was curled up into a little tight ball as you would staying low in football. I mean, I got down as low, I was trying, you know, as I kept going down, I kept trying to go down more and more and more. I mean, there's a point to where going down so far is pointless. But anyways, I did that with both legs, and then I just tried for pure ankle stability so I don't sprain that and have a bit more strength on that with the other side. So the flat thing on the bottom, bubble on top, stand on the center, and just, because you're standing on much more. Yeah, anyways, that's what I did at the gym today. Just getting myself ready because I'm going back to practice with cleats tomorrow. Nothing else, nothing else. Oh, hello, little ducks. You guys are adorable. The way those are colored, it makes me think that like one of them was the dad and the other one were like adolescent ducklings, I guess, and they were kind of learning to feed because they were all still in a cluster together. This thing's not very deep. I mean, this dude is standing up. Bum, bum, I say he like I assume their gender because I'm that kind of person. I'll assume a gender. I don't really care. But if I'm wrong, I'll correct it.